Zhang Liao, courtesy name Wen Yuan, was a military general serving under the warlord Cao Cao in the late Eastern Han Dynasty. He served briefly in the state of Cao Wei, founded by Cao Cao's successor Cao Pi, in the early Three Kingdoms period before his death. Formerly a subordinate of other warlords such as Ding Yuan, Dong Zhuo and Lu Bu, Zhang Liao joined Cao Cao in around 198 after Lu Bu's downfall at the Battle of Xiapi. Since then, he participated in many of Cao Cao's military campaigns, including those against Yuan Shao's heirs and the Wu Huan tribes from 201 to 207. He is best known for his pivotal role in the Battle of Xiao Ford in 214 to 215, in which he successfully defended Hefei from the forces of the warlord Sun Quan. Chen Shou, who wrote Zhang Liao's biography in the historical text records of the Three Kingdoms, named Zhang one of the 5 elite generals of his time, alongside Yu Jin, Zhang He and Zhu Huang. Early career and service under Lu Bu. Zhang Liao was from Maya County, Jianmen Commandery, which is located in present-day Shuocheng District, Shuaozhou, Shanxi. He was a descendant of Nie, but his family name had been changed from Nie to Zhang, to avoid association with his disgraced ancestor. When he was young, he served as a minor officer in Yanmen Commandery. Towards the end of the Eastern Han Dynasty, Ding Yuan, the inspector of Bing Province, heard of Zhang Liao's combat skills and hired him to be a Kongshi. Ding Yuan ordered Zhang Liao to lead troops from Bing Province to the capital Luoyang to assist the general-in-chief He Jin. He Jin sent him to Hebei to recruit soldiers. Zhang Liao drafted over 1,000 men. When he returned to Luoyang, He Jin had already been assassinated and the warlord Dong Zhuo had taken control of He Jin's troops and the central government. So Zhang Liao became one of Dong's subordinates. In 192, after Dong Zhuo was killed by the general Lu Bu, Zhang Liao became one of Lu Bu's deputies and was promoted to cavalry commandant. About a month after he killed Dong Zhuo, Lu Bu came under attack by Dong's former followers, who were led by Li Ju and Guo Si. He was defeated by them and driven out of the capital Chang'an. Zhang Liao accompanied Lu Bu as they headed east and wandered around central and northern China until mid-195, when the warlord Lu Bei offered Lu Bu shelter in Zhu province. In 196, Lu Bu betrayed his host and seized control of Zhu province, after which he appointed Zhang Liao as the chancellor of the Lu state. Zhang Liao was 27 years old then. Service under Cao Cao. In 198, after Lu Bu was defeated at the Battle of Xiapi by the warlord Cao Cao, Zhang Liao surrendered to Cao and became one of his subordinates. He was commissioned as a general of the household, and received the title of heir secondary marquis. He was promoted to major general later for his contributions in battle, persuading Changxi to surrender in early 201, after Cao Cao defeated his northern rival Yuan Shao at the Battle of Guandu. He sent Zhang Liao to pacify the various counties in the Lu state, and then ordered him and Zhao Yuan to lead an army to attack a minor warlord Changxi in Donghe Commandery. Zhang Liao and Zhao Yuan had besieged Changxi for months but were unable to defeat him and their supplies were running out, so they considered retreating. Zhang Liao told Zhao Yuan, "Over the past several days, whenever we attacked Changxi, I noticed that he paid careful attention to me. He is also running short of arrows. I suspect he is having doubts, therefore he isn't putting in maximum effort to resist us. Wouldn't it be better if I managed to persuade him to surrender?" He then sent a message to Changxi and asked to speak to him. When Zhang Liao met Changxi, he told the latter that Cao Cao rewarded those who submitted to him. Chang Shi was convinced and agreed to surrender. Zhang Liao then went to Chang Zi's home alone and visited his family. Chang Shi was delighted and he followed Zhang Liao and Xiao Yuan back to meet Cao Cao. When Cao Cao heard about how Zhang Liao persuaded Chang Shi to surrender, he scolded Zhang. "This is not what a great general should do," Zhang Liao replied. "I was certain that Chang Shi wouldn't dare to harm me because he knows that I'm acting on an imperial decree and also because he is influenced by the prestige of you, my lord." Campaigns against Yuan Shao's heirs and the Wu Huan in 202. Zhang Liao accompanied Cao Cao to attack Yuan Shao's sons Yuan Tan and Yuan Shang at Liyang. He was promoted to acting general of Central Resilience for his contributions in battle. Later on, he followed Cao Cao to attack Yuanshang at Yi but were unable to conquer the city, so they retreated in mid-203. After Cao Cao returned to his base in the Han capital Zhu, he sent Zhang Liao and Yu Jin to lead an army to conquer Yunnan and move its residents to the south of the Yellow River. In early 204, Zhang Liao followed Cao Cao to attack Yuanshang at Yi again and they succeeded in capturing the city this time. Zhang Liao also led troops to the Zhao and Changshan states in Ji province, where he persuaded the Haitian bandits and other opposing forces to surrender to Cao Cao. In 205, Zhang Liao accompanied Cao Cao to attack Yuan Tan at Nanpai and they defeated Yuan Tan. After the battle, Zhang Liao led an army to Haibin and defeated bandit forces led by Lu Yi from Liaodong. When he returned to Yi after the campaign, Cao Cao came out of the city and personally welcomed him back. Zhang Liao was promoted to general who defeats bandits. In around 206, Cao Cao sent Zhang Liao to counter the unrest in some counties in Jiangxia Commandery. Zhang Liao achieved success and returned to his garrison at Linying. He was promoted from a secondary marquis to marquis of a chief village. In 207, Zhang Liao followed Cao Cao on a campaign against Yuan Shang, who had allied with the Wu Huan tribes in northern China. When Cao Cao was preparing to attack the enemy in Liusheng, Zhang Liao warned him that Jing province's governor Liu Biao take advantage of his absence from Zhu to send Liu Bei to attack Zhu and take control of the capital. However, Cao Cao felt that Liu Biao would not send Liu Bei to attack Zhu because he did not trust Liu Bei. So he proceeded with the campaign against Yuan Shang and the Wu Huan. When they encountered the enemy, Zhang Liao displayed great fervor and strongly urged Cao Cao to launch an attack. Cao Cao was very impressed with Zhang Liao and he passed him his personal signal flag. Zhang Liao led the assault on the Wu Huan at White Wolf Mountain and defeated them and killed the Wu Huan chieftain Tadun in battle, suppressing a mutiny and a rebellion around 208. When Cao Cao was preparing to attack Jing province, he ordered Zhang Liao to garrison at Changsha and wait to mobilize. During the mobilization, some soldiers started a mutiny and set fire to the camp at night and caused panic. Zhang Liao told his subordinates, "Don't make any move yet. There is not a single company whose members are all involved in the mutiny. So the mutineers must be trying to cause chaos and make everyone else join them." He ordered all the soldiers who were not involved in the mutiny to remain in their positions and sit down, and then led his personal guards to the main command post to restore order. The leaders of the mutiny were identified and executed. In 209, after the Battle of Red Cliffs, Chen Lan and Mei Cheng started a rebellion in Lu County. Cao Cao sent two separate forces to suppress the rebellion, Yu Jin and Zhang Ba to attack Mei Cheng, Zhang Liao, with Zhang He and Ni Yugai as his deputies, to attack Chen Lan. Mei Cheng pretended to surrender to Yu Jin, and then led his men to join Chen Lan at Mount Tianju as soon as Yu Jin and Zhang Ba left. The paths leading up the mountain were narrow and dangerous to travel on. When Zhang Liao wanted to attack the rebels, his subordinates advised him against it because of the hazardous terrain. However, Zhang Liao said, "This is where one-to-one fighting will take place. Only the courageous can advance forward." He then ordered his troops to make camp at the foot of the mountain. They attacked the rebels later, defeated them, and killed Chen Lan and Mei Cheng. When Cao Cao was assessing the respective contributions of his generals in the campaign, he said, "The general who defeats bandits was the one who ascended the mountain, traveled through hazardous terrain, and defeated Chen Lan and Mei Cheng. As rewards for his success, Zhang Liao was granted imperial authority and given additional taxable households in his marquisate." Battle of Xiao Ford and aftermath. When Cao Cao retreated after being defeated by Sun Quan and Liu Bei at the Battle of Red Cliffs in 208–209, he left behind Zhang Liao, Yu Jin and Li Dian with about 7,000 soldiers to guard Hefei from possible attacks by Sun Quan. In around 214, before Cao Cao went on a campaign against the warlord Zhang Liao in Hanzhong, he instructed Zhu Ti to pass a sealed letter to the three generals at Hefei. He wrote, "Open when the enemy comes," on the envelope. Later that year, Sun Quan led about 100,000 troops to attack Hefei, so they opened the letter. It read, "If Sun Quan comes, Generals Zhang and Li will go out to fight the enemy while General Yu will defend the fortress. Zhu Ti will stay out of the battle." They were confused after reading the letter. Zhang Liao told Yu Jin and Li Dian, "Our lord is away on a campaign. By the time his reinforcements reach here, we're already done for. So he is actually instructing us to take advantage of the situation, when the enemy has just arrived and is not fully gathered yet, to attack them, and devastate their morale so that we can calm our men and strengthen our defenses. Victory or defeat, it all depends on this battle. Why are the two of you still hesitating?" The three generals then worked together and recruited over 800 die-hard soldiers that night and prepared for battle the following day. At dawn, Zhang Liao donned his armor, carried a ji, and led his men to attack the enemy formation. He killed tens of enemy soldiers and 2 officers, shouted his own name, and broke through the barriers until he reached Sun Quan's command post. Sun Quan was shocked and his subordinates were all unsure of what to do. He then went to the top of a knoll, armed himself with a long ji, and stood there. He did not dare to move when Zhang Liao challenged him to come down and fight him. When Sun Quan saw that Zhang Liao did not have many soldiers left with him, he ordered his forces to surround Zhang and his men. However, Zhang Liao fought fiercely and succeeded in breaking out of the encirclement with a few of his men. His remaining men, who were still trapped by the enemy, shouted, "General, are you abandoning us?" Zhang Liao then turned back and fought his way into the encirclement and succeeded in rescuing his remaining men. Sun Quan and his forces were all stunned by Zhang Liao's valor and did not dare to stand in his way. The skirmish lasted from dawn to the afternoon, and the morale of Sun Quan's army had fallen significantly. Zhang Liao returned to Hefei fortress and strengthened his defenses. The defenders felt much more at ease and were very impressed with him. Sun Quan was unable to conquer Hefei after several days, so he withdrew his forces. While Sun Quan was retreating, Zhang Liao suddenly launched a surprise attack and inflicted a crushing defeat on the enemy at Xiao Ford. He was close to capturing Sun Quan a few times during the battle. Cao Cao was very impressed with Zhang Liao and promoted him to general who attacks the east. In 216, when Cao Cao launched another campaign against Sun Quan, he passed by Hefei along the way, visited the site of the Battle of Xiao Ford, and spent a long time in reflection at the location. He increased the number of troops under Zhang Liao's command and then relocated Zhang's unit to a garrison at Juchao. Battle of Fancheng in 219, when Cao Cao's general Cao Ren was being besieged at Fang by Liu Bai's general Guan Yu. Cao Cao was away at the Hanzhong campaign, so he ordered his generals to lead troops from their respective garrisons to reinforce Gao Ren. Around the time, Sun Quan had pledged allegiance to Cao Cao, so Zhang Liao was able to lead his forces from Zhuchao to help Gao Ren. However, before Zhang Liao reached Fan, Cao Cao's general Zhu Huang had already defeated Guan Yu and lifted the siege on Fan. Zhang Liao rendezvoused with Cao Cao, who had returned after being defeated in the Hanzhong campaign, at Mobei. Cao Cao rode in a carriage and went out to personally receive Zhang Liao. He then relocated Zhang Liao to the garrison at Chen Commandery service under Cao Pai. Cao Cao died in early 220 and was succeeded by his son Cao Pai as the king of Wei. Cao Pai promoted Zhang Liao to general of the vanguard and awarded him with 1,000 rolls of silk and 10,000 hu of grain. When Sun Quan renounced his allegiance to Wei, Cao Pai ordered Zhang Liao to garrison at Hefei again to guard against possible attacks from Wu, and increased his marquis rank to marquis of a chief district. Cao Pai also gave Zhang Liao's mother a carriage, sent soldiers to serve as guards in Zhang's residence, and invited Zhang's mother to visit Luoyang. When Zhang Liao's mother arrived, Cao Pai went out of the city and personally welcomed her. All the officials who were there lined the path and paid respect to her. In late 220, Cao Pai forced Emperor Xian to abdicate the throne in his favor, thereby ending the Eastern Han dynasty. He then became the emperor and established the state of Cao Wei. Zhang Liao was awarded the title Marquis of Jinyang, and had the number of taxable households in his marquisate increased to 2,600. In 221, Zhang Liao traveled to the palace in Luoyang for an audience with Cao Pai, who brought him to a newly constructed hall and asked him for his opinion on how to conquer Wu. Cao Pai compared Zhang Liao to Xiao Hu. He also had a new mansion constructed for Zhang Liao and invited Zhang's mother to live there. All the foot soldiers who accompanied Zhang Liao in the battles against Wu were reassigned to the Huban unit of the Imperial Guards. In 221, after Sun Quan pledged allegiance to Wei again, Zhang Liao was relocated from Hefei to the garrison at Yongqiu, where he contracted an illness. When Cao Pai learnt that Zhang Liao was ill, he sent Liu Yi to visit Zhang and bring along an imperial physician to treat Zhang. He also ordered their Huban guards to serve as messengers to constantly update him on Zhang Liao's condition, to the point where these messengers frequently encountered each other along the way while they were traveling between Cao Pai and Zhang Liao's locations. Later on, before Zhang Liao had recovered, Cao Pai visited him, held his hand, gave him an imperial robe as a gift, and ordered his servants to prepare imperial cuisine for Zhang. Zhang Liao returned to the garrison after his condition improved significantly. Death in 222. After Sun Quan renounced his allegiance to Wei again, Cao Pai ordered Zhang Liao and Cao Xiu to lead a naval fleet to Hailing, directly facing Wu territory across the river. Sun Quan was afraid when he heard that Zhang Liao was there, and he warned his generals, "Zhang Liao may be ill, but he is still a foe to be reckoned with. Be careful." Zhang Liao and the other Wei generals defeated the Wu forces led by Lu Fan. However, his condition worsened and he died not long later in Jiangdu. Cao Pai cried when he learnt of Zhang Liao's death. He awarded Zhang Liao the posthumous title, Marquis Gang, which literally means, a resolute marquis. In 225, in commemoration of Zhang Liao and Li Dian for their contributions at the Battle of Xiao Ford in 214–215, Cao Pai issued an imperial decree. During the Battle of Hefei, Zhang Liao and Li Dian defeated an enemy force of 100,000 with only 800 foot soldiers. There had never been anything like this before in the history of warfare. They can be referred to as our state's claws and teeth for their success in breaking the enemy's morale. I hereby increase the number of taxable households in Zhang Liao and Li Dian's marquisates by 100 each, and award a son of each of them the title of a secondary marquis family. Zhang Liao had an elder brother, Zhang Fan, who was awarded the title of a marquis in 220 before Cao Pi ended the Han dynasty. Zhang Liao's son, Zhang Hu, inherited his father's title, Marquis of Jinyang, and held the rank of a lieutenant general in Wei. Zhang Hu's title was passed on to his son, Zhang Tong, after his death. Zhang Liao probably had at least one other son apart from Zhang Hu, because that son of his who received the title of a secondary marquis in 225 per Cao Pi's decree was most probably not Zhang Hu. In fiction, Zhang Liao is featured as a character in Luo Guanzhong's historical novel Romance of the Three Kingdoms, which dramatizes the events in the late Eastern Han Dynasty and Three Kingdoms period. While his fictionalized persona is generally similar to its historical counterpart, some fictitious elements were included in the novel to enhance his image as a loyal and righteous general. See the following for other fictitious stories in the novel which involve Zhang Liao. Battle of Xiapi #Zhang Liao's surrender. List of fictitious stories in Romance of the Three Kingdoms #Guan Yu's Three Conditions. List of fictitious stories in Romance of the Three Kingdoms #Guan Yu releases Cao Cao at Haorong Trail. Battle of Dongkou #in fiction.